Welcome to the Art of Conscious Living TV. I have a very special guest today. His name is Curtis Reliford. He's the founder of nonprofit Follow Your Heart. He's from Santa Cruz, California, and I'm so very pleased to have him on the show to talk about his life and all his wonderful work that he's been doing, contributing to the help of the needy. And I'm so pleased to have him in the studio today. Let's take a moment to look at this video clip.
Man, where did you all come from? You guys, this here is an honor to be up here. And all since '05 have been honored, have been missions that I've been taking that I have no clue how I winded up there. The only clue I got, I listened to what my godmother, Miss Ellen, told me. She raised me back in Louisiana on a plantation, and that lady spilled her heart out on me, talking about love and compassion. How many people out there got love in their heart? How many people out there got compassion in your heart? How many people got feelings for someone who just reach out and just see somebody in need and just step into it? You guys, I would like some audience participation in my message here. Just feel what I'm saying and just try to follow me the best you can, because I'm coming at you raw and real. Okay, this is the only way I know how to lead my life. I don't have all of that proper education. I don't have that money that I started what I thought that's what I needed. I found my purpose since '05, delivering this food, clothes, and building material, you all. These pictures you see here, this is the last stop. I made 19 trips to New Orleans. These photos here is at the Hopi Reservation. And I didn't ask to go over there. I went over there and I got lost over there. These kids approached me and asked me for spare change. I looked at their shoes. I said, man, I got a case of shoes on that truck. I'm gonna see if they fit these kids. Them shoes fit them like gloves. Here come their dad asking me, where did they get them from? No, sir, they didn't take them. I gave them to them. Do you need anything? Yeah, I need some jeans. You got some jeans? Yeah, I got some jeans. It's 129 degrees in August, and I'm climbing up on this truck with this outfit on, sweating bullets. Digging out the jeans, the store owner say, you can't do that out here. Get this off my property. Oh, no problem. And the man, follow me to my house. And I follow him home, and we go up on this beautiful rocks. Look like the painted desert. We started looking at this, and I said, man, where we at? He said, oh, this is the Hopi Reservation. I said, oh, man, I always want to see what it looked like on the reservation. Show me around. When he showed me around, we went to this lady. She was 95 years old, just lost her husband. Went in there, dirt floors, water coming through the roof like gushing. I can fix that. You see all the adrenaline that I got? It wasn't about making up my mind. It wasn't about making a decision. It was just stepping into love and compassion. What I saw and what I felt, y'all, is what I'm trying to share with you. And I will do it for you. I don't have no colored barriers no more. I don't have all that stuff they showed me in Louisiana. I just got heart, and I found it out at a later age. I'm 60 years old, and I need to get stuff in line before I'm dead. Yeah. And if there is a crossover, I would like to be that one to sit through the pearly gate and say, hey, God, I'm ready, man. Whatever you want me to do, I'll do it. I'll do it. The other thing that touches me is when my daughter, see how I'm jumping around? I love you all, but you might have to talk to me on the side to really get the details of all of this, what I'm trying to tell you. Look, when my daughter came to me, Dad, if anybody can do anything for them people, you can do it. Oh, my God. Oh my God, y'all. She didn't see it, but my insides was like open. And I'm talking to you from that experience of what that baby gave me. She gave me that love. She gave me that compassion. She did it because it was the first time I recognized anybody caring for me. I didn't have a mom. My mom was 13 when she had me. I got 25 brothers and sisters. And I didn't have time to tell, oh, you sweet little baby, oh, little baby, you're going to be a little doctor when you get grown. I didn't have that. Boy, you better go out there and survive. You better go and make your way. And the people who accepted me was gangbangers and things like that. And I had to go through getting shot, stabbed, and thrown out of a 7-story building. I had to go through a body cast. And I'm up here. I'm a miracle standing up here in front of y'all. And if you don't get anything else out of my talk, call me. I'll take you there, because this ain't enough time to tell you all what I have learned since '05 delivering this food and clothes. Thanks to you.
Curtis, welcome to the show. How are you today?
Good. Let me sit up straight like I'm talking to God himself, because I'm very passionate about what I'm doing. My name is Curtis Reliford. I'm the founder of FollowYourHeartActionNetwork.com. That plays a big part, just that name. You know, you always used to tell my daughter, she was 8 years old when she started this program, not me. She started it because I was at a turmoil point of my life, and I don't know what to do. Katrina had hit, and I didn't know what to do, and I'm talking to my daughter about it, and that baby took my face and said, Dad, if anybody can do anything for them people, you can do it. And that right there gave me that, I mean, the roots just came up at the bottom of my feet, through my veins, all the way through me, just pushing like it was pushing out of me when that baby said that. And I took off here in '05, and I made 19 trips from Santa Cruz, California to New Orleans, delivering food, clothes, and building material. And my 19th trip is when I found the Hopi Indians. I got lost over there, Victoria. I didn't ask to go over there. I got lost over there. I'm stopped in Winslow, Arizona to get gas. And these 2 little boys asked me for spare change. I looked at their shoes, and just like that, I got a case of shoes on that truck. I'm gonna see if they fit these kids. Shoes fit them like gloves, brand new Nikes, and here come their dad. Where did he get these shoes? He thought they took them. I said, no, sir, I gave them to him. It's okay. Do you need anything? I need some jeans. You got some jeans? Yeah, I got some jeans. And they laughing at me with my overalls on and the way I talk, country talking. And one thing led to another. The store owner ran us off the parking lot, thought I was trying to sell stuff. And I followed them home, and it started looking like the painted desert. And I said, man, where are we at? You know, he said, it's the Navajo village. Oh man, I always wanted to see what it looked like on the reservation. Show me around. And when he did that, we went in this historical rock-looking house. This lady was 95, living in dirt floors, water coming through the roof like faucets. And my excitement got again. Oh, I could fix that. I know how to fix that. And they laughing at me again. But by the time I got that fixed, it took me a week. I gave away everything I was taking to New Orleans. I got a wish list, went back to Santa Cruz, took me a year and a half to gather up that they donated the items that they needed, the wish list, to fulfill it. Filled it up, went back over there, and this is what I mean by I got lost on the Hopi. I found the Hopi reservation. I never did find the Navajo again. And the Hopi reservation, the people there were so embracing me, and they just took me in. It was the end of the day, and it was getting dark, and the lady, come to my house. You can shower here, park your truck and trailer here. And the next day, we went to all these different mesas over in Arizona, up by the Four Corners, dropping off food and clothes and building material. I can almost cry because I felt it right here.
So Curtis, it sounds like you didn't go out to look, to find yourself to be in service. Service found you.
It showed up. It was gradually.
It showed up in your life.
It gradually, things to look at that I lack about life. Because at the beginning of my life, I just gave up, born and raised in Louisiana with all the racism and the prejudice. I came out the era of the late 60s. And with all of that background of how my folks were treated and how my mom was 13 when she had me. And, you know, she wasn't around, but I was born on a plantation. And when I came off that plantation, I was so rebellious. I didn't want to be in this box. That wasn't my thing. And I took off on my own, and I created my own life, it seemed like.
And you were how old at that time?
And I left home when I was 13.
So when you say plantation, were your parents on a plantation? Were they slaves?
I was on the plantation. Yes, my parents, my godmother who raised me on the plantation.
She was a slave?
Not my godmother, but her mom was,
Her
and
mom.
the people before her.
Okay.
She died at 100. So I mean, that was then at that time, but that's what made me to be who I am, to take a look at that I am a giver and not a taker. And looking at living so poor, I know what poor is. And that made me go and look at the poor. I mean, I didn't go look at nothing. I started making them trips to New Orleans behind, my family was there. And going across country, just observing. It's just like when you buy a new car, you don't never see that car, and then you start seeing it. I started going across country, and I saw compassion. And then compassion just kept showing up. Looking at people who need, I was hungry and down and out. And I had it on my truck, and I was just giving it. Victoria, I'm telling you, this stuff just gradually just hooked me.
What does it feel like to be in service, to be doing the things you're doing? How does it feel?
It feels peaceful. It feels calm.
It feels something bigger than you.
It feels joy. It feels like God's hand is on my back. And I feel like I'm just floating sometime. Not all the time. I have trials and trails, and I ain't on no saint or anything like that. I'm not saying that. But when I feel that, what you just asked me, when I feel that, this is what I get out of it.
Does it also take the pressure off of your life, and it takes the focus off of you? If you're sitting there worrying about yourself, or not counting your blessings, or looking at what is perhaps what could be different, when you turn that around and you go into service, how is it different?
You know, when I first started this Katrina thing, in 2 years, I was buying a house in Santa Cruz, and I gave up the house. I gave it up. I just didn't want it no more. I wanted to do this more so. I started looking at, man, what's giving me life and feeling like I'm 16 again? Making those trips, I gave up the house. Forget that. I don't want it no more. This trip is bringing me back alive because I had a divorce before, right before Katrina, and I just saw death. I could see fire coming out the gun. I just didn't want to live. I was so in love with my wife. I let that go, the house go. I let those 2 cars go, and I just got into this work and just didn't look back because it brought me life. Oh man, I haven't been depressed. I've been just flowing like loving life and looking at the beauty in life and looking around, something
way
bigger
bigger
than me.
than you, yes.
And I kept saying to myself, there's something bigger than all of us. We are just little specks on this earth.
Yeah.
And if we can't, come together in peace and love and compassion in each other, what's the use? What are we here for?
And isn't it the right thing to do?
I feel the right thing to do. I'm not telling nobody what to do. I found a joy in it, and I found more people are with me in it. If I can touch 2% of the United States to join me on a journey of kindness, 2% of the United States to join me on a journey of kindness. It don't have to be my organization. Just touch the person that you don't know, that you walk past every day.
And how do you suggest that they would do that, a journey of kindness?
You look somebody in the eyes and say, good morning. You open the door for a lady and say, good morning. And you say, thank you. You say, no, thank you. You say, please. You acknowledge a person who are down and out. Just acknowledge them. Give them eye contact. You listen, you talk to somebody and you listen to Don't be so rigid in your schedule. You talk to somebody, you listen for their pain, and then you focus in on their pain, and then help them to communicate and talk about it and bring it out. And then they put a finger on it, and I guarantee you, I have had experience with this over and over, just by listening. Listening at another person's pain, and then when I left those conversations and I went back to the people, their face had lit up. It ain't nothing I did. All I did was listen and then just ask them questions around that pain and told them how much compassion they had to even see what was ailing them. I don't know diddly. I mean, I hardly went to school. I had a pretty rough life at the beginning because I would be so rebellious against the school system, the way it was working. So that left me with who I am. I'm not much, but I'm all I got.
And all you got is this incredible, contagious compassion and this driven energy of excitement to be alive, to be connected to others. And it's very contagious.
I am
As
excited.
I feel your energy.
I am excited, Victoria.
You're very passionate about it, and you're focused.
And my excitement goes around, not in when I have the establishment of the Follow Your Heart, and it took me 2 years to get to 501c3.
Okay, well let's speak about that. What is the day-to-day logistics of running this nonprofit?
Well,
and where do you get your money from to help other people?
Well, I had 36 accounts doing landscape. That's my day job. I used to do, I still do landscape jobs, but not on the same, scale that I was. I gather up donated items by going on TV, the TV channel down in Santa Cruz. They allowed me to go on the KSBW Channel 8. I had a couple of those, and that brung in donation. I made articles in the newspaper. That brung me donations. And then just making out flyers. And the fun part that gives me that spark, I have a black old antique tuxedo with a white Abraham Lincoln top hat, spat shoes. I get on top of my trailer. I don't know if y'all have a picture of that, but I get on top of my trailer and I play some Michael Jackson, some positive energy type music, and I dance like it ain't nobody around but me. And I have a good sound system to just to give me that energy. I get up there, and when people come talk to me, I talk about it. I tell the people what I'm doing, and that enthusiasm that I have, it draws people in. And they're a whole community that I don't even know. They done gathered up me, and they having this like a sacred circle, and a community concern start to talking and forming right there. And I didn't ask for this. I'm being guided.
So are they dropping money in the hat at that moment, or
in a bucket that I have tied to my truck?
And then you take that money and you
let
buy
it build
supplies and.
No, I'm not even asking for much.
Right.
I let it build up just for enough gas to get to the area, the 1,000 miles that I'm going over to Four Corners in Arizona. I just build it up for enough gas to get there and back.
And so when you get there, where do you get the supplies and to give things to people and to help them?
And when I get over to the area, is that what you're asking me? Mm-hmm. When I get to the Hopi Reservation, there was a shaman. I was going to his house first. He lived in a trailer house, but he got a lot of property around there. And I was going to his place first. And we was able to build a meeting house, a 20 by 20 meeting house for the drug addicts and alcoholics. This man got on the phone when he did the final floor and put that linoleum, and I could feel his passion around completing it. And he was patting me on the back for bringing the material. And we both on the phone, kind of tearing up. And I could feel his energy. But we go to his house, we make a big circle, we put the clothes on a table, and we distribute it to the people that, up on the second mesa. That's where I was at this time. I'm going back, and I'm going back to the third mesa. We was at first, second, and third mesa. I done covered them all, and when I go back this next time before Christmas. Okay. I want to go back in December, and I'm trying to gather money up to get back for then. And I'm not asking for much.
So in the Bay Area, what help would you see would be needed here?
In the Bay Area, I would ask...
A radius of let's say, from here to North Eureka, from like a 200-mile radius from San Francisco, where do you see is the most needed energy and help that would be needed?
The most needed help for me to get back there in December. That's one thing. Just money-wise, go to my PayPal and donate any amount you can towards my organization.
And what is your PayPal account?
Follow Your Heart Action Network donors page. It's PayPal. Just, you know, it'll go to, if you go to the donors page, it'll just automatically go to PayPal. It's very self-explanatory.
Oh, so when they go to your website, they'll see that PayPal
Follow
link.
Your Heart Action Network.com.
All right.
But that, up here, it would be money-wise, because my truck and trailer is a little too much to come way up here unless some big organization donated brand new items, and I come up here to do it. But I have made trips all the way to Reno, and I wasn't worth it because there was things I had to sort out, and I'm in this trench by myself.
Right.
You know what I mean?
A one-man show.
Yeah, and you know, it came to me, man, Kurt, you either live for something or die for nothing. And I choose living for something. And that's helping another human being. You can't go wrong on this earth for helping somebody else. I got 29 years clean and sober. I haven't touched anything for 29 years. And going to these meetings that I go to, that's what gave me the ability, the drive to be able to give back.
Right. You're in your 60s.
I found this place on this earth to go to that bring me that peace, that love, that compassion, that joy that they talk about. And I'm asking God for permission to do this.
You're in your 60s, so you want to go out in the best way of being in the energy of love.
Why you keep putting my age out there?
Because your age...
I'm 60 years old.
You're 60 years old.
I'm getting close to the end, and I want to do something. If there's pearly gates, I want to go through the pearly gates.
Right.
And by doing something good and positive and noble, I really try to focus. There's two sides of my brain. There's a negative side that be thinking, and there's a positive side that's thinking, and constructive. So I'm leaning more on that constructive side. I do have some wish, but every day is not a good day. But most of my days today is good days.
And what's a bad day? What's a day that's a little bit off?
When I don't have enough rest, don't have enough food, and then I don't have that compassion, and people come to me, and I'm making assumptions.
And you don't have
I'm
the
taking
energy
it personal.
Right.
And those are bad days when I'm taking what your stuff is on me personal. Taking it personal, making assumptions about people, judging people. I'm looking outwards. If I stay in what's going on with me and work my way out of me, you know what I mean?
Yes.
If I stay with working on what's going on with me, then it wouldn't be no bad days. But I'm human.
And those days happen when you get tired, and you may get very, very tired from lack of sleep,
hungry,
or hungry, or lonely, or overworked, or whatever, and you get distracted, and then you start to go more outward. You start to look at the outwardness.
But and I start doing that, but I bring myself back in by sitting in a tree, hugging a tree, because I live in the redwoods, and I sit alone and meditate, and bring my focus back in and meditate on what's going on. At first, it started doing that, but I kept, okay, no, Kurt, stop. Just don't go around nobody. Just stop today and meditate.
And bring yourself back to the inward.
Well, I
talk
talk to God. I call mine, spirit. I follow my spirit, and I don't care what nobody say about me or whatever.
But what is your relationship with God energy?
It's just listening. My relationship is listening. And he gives me the answers to take action. And then I take action. And then I can know it's God because, like I said, it's a constructive side that be thinking, and there's another thought that's negative. And I know negative, and I know what's not, don't feel right to me. And I know that's constructive side feels right.
So when the constructive side is talking, it's almost like listening to the whispers, and those whispers are the quietness, the aliveness in you, the purity within you. And when that purity is talking, that's the God energy speaking.
Yeah.
That's the goodness within.
And that's what, I mean, that's how I met you. I was up there on that reservation for 2 months, and that man and they took me through these ceremonies, these prayer ceremonies. I mean, these be some life and death serious prayers that they took me through. Mm-hmm. That man said, "You've been up here 2 months, Kurt. If you don't remember nothing I said, I want you to remember these 2 things. When you wake up in the morning, you ask for permission." What that means? Permission is all of your ancestors, everybody who's been in your life to get you to this point sitting in front of you, Victoria, that brung me to energy that's saying love and compassion. Treat others like you want to be treated. Be kind, man. That's the permission you want to ask for. All of these people are with me sitting here. I'm not sitting here alone with you. All of them are with me right now. Even the shaman medicine man is with me. Now you are in my circle. That's part of the 2% that I'm talking about, making this circle bigger. And the other one is look for joy in everything. If you go to court, you look for joy in it.
In all the bad, there is some joy.
Look, there's some joy.
Don't look for the bad in the bad, within the bad. Look for the joy. Look for the joy of it. Look for the positive within it. This is very powerful.
And when there's people who are hurting out there. I've been all over the United States, you all, and it don't make sense on how certain people are treated. I can go into my skin, I can go into all of that. I don't want to focus on that. I want to focus on what is the solution?
Right, rise above it all.
Victoria, it's sad. Especially when you start getting out of California. Mm-hmm. I have experienced most of California. I've been one end of California to the other end, stopping in city for city for city, and just promoting peace and love and compassion. But that brings all kinds of people to me. These tears come up because I got peace wrote on my truck. I got journey me on the journey of kindness wrote on the truck. Every word is an inviting word. And do you know people call me names? People come at me wrong. They don't lack peace. They don't lack kindness. And I just shake my head and just be quiet.
Yes.
And I just say, and I just pray for those people.
Well, on that note, Curtis, I'd like to thank you very, very much for speaking with me today. And what final words do you have to share?
You know, the final word I got to say is this quote that Marianne Williamson told me. I was at one of her readings. Mm-hmm. My deepest fear is not that I am inadequate. My deepest fear is I'm powerful beyond measures. It's my light, not my darkness, that most frightened me. I ask myself, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented? Actually, who am I not to be? I'm a child of God. My plan small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightening about shrieking so that other people won't feel insecure around me. We were all meant to shine, as children do. We was born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. As I let my own light shine, I unconsciously give other people permission to do the same thing.
Thank you. It was a great honor to speak with you.
Thank you.
And from the Art of Conscious Living, please do take care of yourselves and take care of others.